What's going on? Oh my god, this shirt is too tight to do that. This is Zach with Strictly Shisha, and I hope you guys are as excited for this video as I am. A lot of time and preparation went into making it, and not only that, you guys, my viewers, will have the exclusive know on when this bowl is going to be released, the exact time and date before anyone else. And that is just my way and Mason Bowls' way of thanking you guys for always supporting me and watching my videos. So Mason Bowls is a company out of Chicago, Illinois, and they are produced by an enthusiast just like us. So every little part of this bowl means something. It's almost like a Swiss Army knife. It has more features than you'd ever expect out of a little piece of clay. The first thing we're talking about is what this bowl is made out of. This bowl is made out of shisha ware. So shisha ware is Mason's proprietary blend of different clay and minerals, very similar to Brandon George's stoneware, but this is their own unique approach on making this clay body with minerals that they think react the best with the tobacco and allows the tobacco to heat to the optimum temperature so it bakes evenly and you get the best flavor without burning your tobacco. But what's really unique about this bowl, it's cast in a mold. So every single bowl you get will be almost identical. You won't get some bowls that are lopsided or some that are wider. It's very consistent in the production of this bowl, and that is my favorite part about it. I know that every single one I buy, whether I buy one today or I buy one in 6 years, it will be the exact same because of the mold, and yet it's finished by hand at the end, so it's absolutely perfect. The quality on this bowl is unlike none other that I've seen, and the weight on it, it's not the heaviest bowl on the market, which most people think heavier is better. But in my case, I think that this bowl is more unique because of what it's made out of, the composition of the bowl and not the weight. This bowl does weigh about 256 grams, which is right about 9 ounces. It's less heavy than all of my stone bowls, but it's more heavy than your average bowl. So the quality, the thickness on the clay, as you guys can see from the picture here, a lot of the weight goes where the tobacco actually is, which what really matters. The actual stem of the bowl itself is a little thinner, but I don't find that to really matter because that is not actually what's holding the tobacco. The bowl port on this, it's fantastic. I know there were some issues with the original ones and they weren't as wide as they should be, but now that they fixed them, the bowl port is wonderful. It's one of the best size bowl ports I've ever seen. Fits on every single hookah that I've ever used. You can use it with a mod grommet on a more narrow stem, or if you're using something like the beautiful Shika that I am today, a nice Egyptian grommet works perfectly. And the next feature among the many features of this bowl is one feature that I find so simple I'm surprised no one has ever thought of before. The bowl port itself actually has space when you actually affix it to the grommet, so that juice, when it supposedly leaks down your stem, actually collects on the inside of the bowl. And I know this is kind of hard to visualize, so I drew you guys a picture, so don't laugh at my drawing. So if you guys can see here, this is what a Mason bowl looks like versus a traditional bowl. As you guys can see from the drawing here, there's space on either side of the grommet. So if you guys were to show, let's say, the juice coming down the side here, it actually collects on the side of the bowl versus having nowhere to go but straight down. So I love that super simple feature that allows me to keep my hookah nice and clean because there's so much less juice going down the stem, especially on the Shika pipe with that copper down stem. I find myself cleaning it out a lot less. That water stays nice and clear and not grody brown like you guys have seen some in your videos. So something so simple makes this hookah session even more enjoyable. So let's talk about the glaze on this beautiful Onyx bowl. And glaze is sometimes overlooked with a lot of other hookah bowls because a lot of them are glazed, but not as much thought went into those bowls as this bowl. The glaze is also functional and beautiful. This bowl right now in this dim lighting just looks like a nice earthy brown color. But when you put it in front of the vibrant sun, it has this chameleon effect and it turns from earthy brown into this rustic rojo color. It's this vibrant red color, which you would never expect in this light that this bowl is actually red. And they have a jade color bowl which has this green and blue tone to it. The glaze on these bowls is the best glaze that I've ever seen. It's flawless, it looks good. You can tell someone who really knew what they were doing glazed these bowls. And not only that, like I said, it's functional. The glaze on these, I swear it's like PAM based because nothing sticks to this glaze. Of course it's food grade, but it's not PAM. But my point is nothing. I mean, you can just wipe this bowl out. When you're switching from session to session and the bowl is warm, and sometimes you want to use water but it's too hot, you can just wipe this out with a paper towel and nothing sticks to this bowl. After even like at least 30 bowls through this, it still looks like the day I got it. It's fresh and clean and perfect. So I love the glaze on this bowl. It's the best glaze that I've ever seen. Now if you look on the inside of the bowl, you'll notice these spokes, and actually partitions the inside of the bowl into equal thirds. So if you guys like to mix flavors and you can't figure out what thirds are, you can actually use those partitions to mix your flavors evenly if you'd like. Personally, I don't do it that way because I like to mix my flavors evenly before I pack them into the tobacco. What I like about these spokes is they actually help evenly heat the tobacco, and you can even burn throughout. This bowl produces donuts every single time, especially with a heat management device. I mean, just a perfectly baked ring every time. So as you guys would expect with the bowl coming out in this time, it is perfectly compatible with a lot of your heat management devices. Your Lotus, your Ignises, your Razors, they all fit really snugly in this bowl because it does have that lip. Just like the Apache, just like the Stone Bowls, just like the Samsars. But what's different about this bowl, that lip isn't oversized. So when your bowl is sitting like this and you have such space for the heat management to sit on, this one is actually a lot smaller. So you can use this bowl with foil just as well as you could use it with a heat management device. This bowl equally performs when using with foil, and that is one of my favorite features of this bowl, amongst all my other favorite features. But when I use this bowl with foil, it also rips. With a heat management device, it rips, and that is a great feature of this bowl. It's versatile, it's flexible. Depending on how you're feeling, you can use foil, you can use a heat management device, and I really, really like that. So the owner of the company actually gave me some advice, and his advice was, a little goes a long way. And that is relevant to how much tobacco you pack and how much heat you have to put on here. This bowl holds anywhere between 14 and 20 grams of tobacco, depending on how dense you pack it. Today I'm only using 14 grams of the new Lavu tobacco. Thank you guys for your recommendation. I am loving this tobacco. But with 14 grams and only 2 cocoa earth cubes, it is ripping and I'm getting full flavor, and I'll get about an hour-and-a-half session out of this. So your duration is directly proportional to the amount of tobacco you do in here, and you just get nice longevity out of it with only 2 coals. That is great. Then I can pack another bowl in an hour-and-a-half, and it's perfect for me. This is my ideal bowl. It uses very little tobacco, and I get a nice long session out of it. I haven't found it to work extremely well on the second round of coals because there's such little tobacco in here. I typically don't like to go 2 rounds, but I noticed with foil, 2 rounds is a lot easier. I am back today smoking the Mason Onyx bowl with foil, so you guys can see that it is very versatile. You can use it with your heat management devices, and you can rip absolutely fantastically large clouds with foil like I am today. And in honor of you guys staying through the whole video and always supporting me, and hashtag Mason Mondays, and what some may call International Hookah Day, tomorrow you guys will be able to pick up this bowl on October 10th at 8:30 p.m. Central Time on MasonShishaWare.com, and it will not be out of stock. You guys will have the opportunity to pick it up. Unlike me, I had to wait so long. This bowl is always out of stock, and this is just our way of thanking you guys for always supporting me and supporting Mason Shisha Wear from now on. I want to thank you guys always for watching. I appreciate you guys, and definitely take the time to check out this review. Pick up this bowl that I really enjoy using on a daily basis. I shot the first part of that review almost 2 weeks ago. Ever since then, I've still been using this bowl every day, and I really enjoy using this product. Thank you as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.